Brightest day, blackest night.
No script shall save this CGI. Let those who wrote these movies fight. Beware the flop, Green Lantern's blight. The Green Lantern movie from 2011 is infamous for being one of the worst films DC has ever released. And that's saying a lot, considering DC's track record over the last decade. The movie flopped so hard that Green Lantern's IP for live action was left untouched for 14 years. Until now. James Gunn, the new head of DC Studios, has officially announced a Green Lantern project, and I could barely contain my excitement on hearing this. And here is the best part. It's not a movie, but an HBO TV show. That means we are potentially getting 8 to 10 hours of pure Green Lantern content after more than a decade of drought. But hold on, let's not get too carried away. The shadow of 2011 disaster still looms large. Has DC learned from their mistakes? Will they actually listen to past criticism? And most importantly, what does this new show need to do differently to succeed? Let's break it down. Hi everyone, Ezugo here and welcome back to the channel. Alright, before we get into what the new show needs to do differently, let's look at the issue from the 2011 Green Lantern movie and maybe we can understand what needs to be corrected in the new show. Critics ripped that movie apart. They called it a wasted potential, and I agree with that. Instead of embracing cosmic storytelling, the movie spent way too much time on Earth. Make sure you remember that because we are going to come back to this later on. And then there is Parallax. In the comics, he's a terrifying entity that fueled one of the most intense storylines in Green Lantern. But in the movie, he was meant to be just a mere floating cloud. And to make matters worse, the screenwriter Greg Berlanti originally wanted a darker tone, but Warner Brothers forced for a rewrite. Well, that's classic Warner Brothers, always meddling. Ryan wasn't a bad actor, by the way, but I have the opinion that the script did him no favors. Or maybe he was just a total miscast. The movie leaned too heavily on comedy, and that's Ryan's strength, by the way, but it made Hal Jordan annoying rather than likable. Green Lantern should have a more serious tone with humor used sparingly. Even the director, Martin Campbell, admitted that his lack of familiarity with superhero films contributed to the movie's failures. The Green Lantern core is one of the richest and most diverse elements in DC Comics. Yet, the movie barely scratched the surface. Instead of fully developing this vast intergalactic force, the film kept the stakes low, resulting in a shallow and unimmersive experience. This is a big one. The movie had way too much CGI. Even the suit was CGI. The first time I watched it as a teenager, I could tolerate it, but on a rewatch, the CGI is so distracting and unconvincing that it completely pulls you out of the story. Okay, this is how HBO's Lanterns show can actually fix all this. One of the reasons why I'm optimistic about this project is that it's going to be a TV show and not a movie. This means there will be more time for world building. But how can they actually make it a true success? These are my suggestions. A detective thriller approach. James Gunn has already described the show as a true detective-style mystery. This means that it's likely going to be more grounded. Now, do you remember the criticism of the 2011 Green Lantern movie of it spending way too much time on Earth? Well, it seems the show might follow the same route, which is actually a red flag for me. If they can blend the grounded storytelling with cosmic elements, that could work. Imagine an intergalactic investigation, an unsolved crime that ties into a bigger cosmic storytelling. That's the kind of story that could set the show apart. Stronger character focus. I personally think that using Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan was really a brilliant move. They could leverage on their contrasting personalities. Jon's disciplined military background versus Hal's reckless pilot energy could create a natural conflict and compelling character growth. But here's the twist. Don't make them some generic action superheroes. And please, for the sake of whatever you believe in, don't overdo comedy. DC, I hope you're hearing me right now. If you're enjoying this video so far, I'll be glad if you take a moment to hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. It helps this channel to grow and make more people to discover this channel. And it also encourages me to bring out more videos like this. So thank you so much as you're doing this. Alright, back to the video. A properly designed Green Lantern world. HBO has the budget, so they should use that budget wisely. I think the Green Lantern suit should be real fabric with light-up effect on it. Something similar to Tron Legacy, not full CGI. There should be a blend between practical effects and CGI, exactly how Dune did it. OA should feel alive, like a breathing and living society, showcasing different streets, markets, and sectors of the society. Show us how the Green Lantern Corps functions. I need to see their politics, the way they handle conflicts. You have enough time. Utilize it. The power ring should have weight. Construct should feel earned and not automatic. The power ring should not feel like a magical tool or a magical wand that can just conjure anything. If John creates a machine gun, it should feel powerful and tactical, not like a cartoon. And if a lantern loses focus, probably due to self-doubt or being afraid, the construct should flicker or fail. This will add realism to it and improve the stakes. A worthy villain and high stakes. Look, a great villain makes a great superhero story. And thank goodness Sinestro is going to be in this show. Sinestro, the fierce and mean villain. But he needs to be properly developed. If not, it's going to be a failed attempt. The best case scenario will be them building up to a Sinestro Cup war. Imagine the tension, the betrayals, and the sheer spectacle of a full-scale lantern war ties to the larger DCU. I've seen news of the developers mentioning that this show is going to be a standalone in terms of storyline. But I would really love if this show would tie into the larger DCU. Maybe some plot points or villains from Lanterns could tie into a future Justice League movie. That's the kind of storytelling that will make this show to feel essential rather than just another isolated project. The 2011 movie was a total disaster. No wonder Ryan himself never misses any opportunity to dunk on this movie. However, HBO's Lantern has a real opportunity to redeem this franchise. By embracing deep storytelling, rich world building, and compelling character arcs, this show could finally give us the Green Lantern adaptation we've been waiting for. Now, the big question is, would they deliver? I would like to hear from you. What do you think the HBO's Lantern show should do differently in order to get it right? Let's talk in the comments. Alright, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button also. I don't do this full time because I do other works outside creating YouTube videos. But I make sure I release at least one video per week. And I want to thank all of you that stick with me and also engage with my posts. You have no idea how encouraging your engagements are for me. So thank you so much and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.